All right, welcome to the tier list for the newbies. Are you a metal ranked player? Do you have zero skill? Do you miss your shots and then you hope that nobody saw it? Do you miss your heals and your buttons and then type tank diff? I miss this. This is for you. This video is for you. We're not gonna have anything here professional. We are the scum. We are the lowest of the lowest. So if you're somebody from bronze to like high plat, like low diamond, and this is for you. And now you might say, but wait a second, I'm a diamond player. You're not. Anyways, so I'm gonna have two lists here. One is for this is 6v6, this is 5v5. So the last one is this one's 5v5, this one's 6v6. Okay. All right, let's go. So we're gonna begin with tanks. First, we have Diva. Diva on 5v5. For newbies, I don't think she's that good. I'm gonna put her on B. Now, of course, if you're like a pro guy, you'll be like, "Oh, like, what are you talking about?" Yeah, but um, we're talking about like the low elo guys, the metal ranks, right? And the way I'm going to put the characters tier list is in a way that if you are, for example, like, yeah, I got interrupted, but I'm not gonna cut this because I'm lazy. So yeah, the way I'm gonna put this is that it's not about the power of the character or the skill ceiling. It's about like, does the character function when the person who plays is a low elo, right? And how good the character functions, how good it is closer to its biggest potential when a player that controls this character is an absolute newbie. Yeah. So Diva, the problem with Diva is that she takes too much damage. Like people, the low elo guys either jump on the enemies, opponents, just like fly on them, and then they matrix and eat some trash damage, and then eat a lot of damage, and then just demag and then get embarrassed. Or they just low ground all the time. They just low ground with Diva because they'd be like the opponent is playing Mauga or something. So yeah, for 6v6, I think she's like low A. Yeah, because she shares the damage with another tank, and yeah, it's the same problem with here, but just you get away with more because of there's like just more targets to shoot than you. So yeah, yeah, and generally like for tanks in 6v6, you're gonna see higher like tier of the performance rather than to 5v5 because just it's a better environment for tanks. 6v6 is better. Yeah, yeah. So next, Reinhardt, absolute D tier character. Yeah, please be angry, please rage, and just start typing whatever you want. This character, the moment you play this character, you hit one fire strike, this guy's gonna be just instantly they're gonna switch to Bastion. Like the moment you just one fire, just the moment you open your shield, they will swap. They will swap to Bastion. So and when they swap to Bastion or like somebody's like Orisa or somebody that kind of counters Reinhardt, you have to have a placement. What is it called? Playstyle adjustment, right? And because you're a newbie, you're not gonna be able to do that. Just now you're just gonna stand there and you're just gonna burn your shield and you're gonna charge and die. So yeah, you're not gonna rank up or you're not gonna preserve your rank with Reinhardt and 5v5. On 6v6 though, I think is like the same problem, but like I'll be like low B, just because you share the damage with somebody else. And to be honest, like on why is it B? Why is there's a big difference? Because when there's Bastion or somebody that just you eat all of the damage, it allows your second tank to be more free. Yeah. So naturally there is a little bit more value in that. But in 5v5 you're just cancelled, right? So yeah. Anyways, next is Roadhog. I think Roadhog is in 5v5 is C tier because um, yeah, the lower rated guys don't really know how to play with Roadhog and how to play on Roadhog and with the team of Roadhog, right? So you might land hooks and kill but the entire process is so slow and many players they just don't know how to get value, how to create space with Hog, right? So yeah, Hog is and you also a big old battery, just everybody's farming ults on you. You miss one hook and then you're out of the game for like 7 seconds or something. So yeah, no, this is not. And also like in lower ranks, people expect you to be a shield, to be a frontline, which you shouldn't be as a Roadhog, right? So you have to be in between. So yeah, this character, just generally speaking, like be upset, but the characters that require like higher IQ of the game players is going to be lower because you guys are not, you know. Yeah, I recently climbed up on the ranks a little bit, so I'm a bit snob today. Roadhog on 6v6. This is gonna be a high A tier, definitely, because again, another tank shares the damage with you, and then the hooks are just much better. You hook a tank, they just explode, right? Because they have less HP and stuff. And you are your own self. When you play 6v6 as Hog, you just you can do what you're supposed to do, yeah? Being a big bully and like stepping on opponents with your massive HP bar. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in 6v6, this is a completely different story. Next tank is Torbjorn, of course. Of course, Torbjorn is not a tank. I'm just kidding. Winston. Winston is D tier. It's even for 5v5. If you're a low-rated guy, you're not gonna know how to play with this guy. Like you're just gonna shift into enemies and die, and then you're gonna put bubble, and then after that you're gonna die, and your team's not gonna know how to play around your Winston. I was low-rated player like 2 3 years ago. I was not playing too much competitively, and I had 6 elimination per life on Winston after 40 matches, something like this, and I had like 38% of win rate on this guy. Like how many eliminations I got, still couldn't win. But his win condition is not just killing somebody or diving somebody. There's really, really more to it. You have to create space by wasting enemies like cooldowns and getting the attention on you. So yeah, Winston is not for the newbies, unfortunately. Yeah, if we're talking about like high elo, like of course here, right? But yeah, mm, just deal with it. 6v6, I think it's the same as like um Diva, but a little bit lower than Diva, to be honest. Yeah, because there's this guy. There's this guy, and he's just gonna be here. I'm sorry, guys. For six, like this guy is just the gatekeeper, So we will talk about this guy. Yeah, it's the same. It's just that with Diva you can mitigate some damage, but like with Winston, you're just gonna explode. Right. So, who's next? Zarya, 5v5, absolute S tier, the god herself. Like if you're playing the low elo, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna cut the moments when I'm drinking medicine. You guys Zoomers are got really used to this thing. Is like, oh, my attention span. Like we used to wait. Okay, when I was young, we used to be patient. We used to wait. Now I just have to like the moment I'm drinking, I have to turn on like Subway Surfers on the right. Like, come on, guys. You're gonna have 100 charge on Zarya entire time, and you're never gonna use bubble on anybody else except you. Just gonna press it, and then the people like little big shiny thing and hit that. Just you don't like even when you press bubble on your teammate. I think the cooldown is lower, but like you get less charge because you don't know how to give it correctly to your teammates, right? So you just press shift like the bubble on yourself, and you just W on the squishies, and that's it. That's the hero. Like 5v5. I don't think that this is like requires any more explanation. 5v5 is hard. It's a completely different story. Zarya is not an A. It's a higher like somewhere A tier because you cannot use two shifts on yourself, right? So you're gonna have half of the charge almost all the time. You're not. It's gonna be harder for you to keep because you have to give a bubble to your teammates, and you're not gonna give it successfully, right? You're not gonna be consistently getting charge out of it. So yeah, it's not the same. And also have less HP, right? Yeah, Orisa is in 5v5. I think it's A. Yeah, just get your shield, get your healing cooldown with your ultimate, healing perk with your ultimate. That's it. You just stand there and you take the entire damage. Two supports are gonna heal you entire game because you just cannot take cover. but because you cancel the enemies like opponent's tanks, you just get some value out of it. And then you put a shield, some random headshots are cancelled, some stupid Junkrat bombs are cancelled. So yeah, it's fine. Like almost the same story here with Orisa, like in 6v6. Yeah, the same thing. Just you have less HP. Like no big difference. What you do here and here is just less HP. Yeah. Yeah. Next one we go is gonna be Doomfist. Right. Again, like the same situation here. Like this guy requires movement knowledge. This guy requires you're gonna be stuck if you wanna be like 50% win rate, like 49-48% win rate on somebody, and like get stuck on a certain, like just play this guy, because one game you're gonna get stomped, the other game you're gonna stomp everybody. This guy is the king of inconsistency. Like the amount of you're gonna like punch 5 people to death, and then the next 2 matches you're gonna have 0 limbs on this guy in 5v5. How much hard counter speak like people gonna do? I'd be like, oh, but you can rotate. We're bronze, we're silver, so no. And here, like again, like his movement is hard, so I'll just put him in a. I was just like, okay, C tier. We have less HP, and then you still have to do your hard movement, and you have to really be good to get value out of him, which you're not gonna do. Okay, you're not gonna do that. Just be honest with yourself. Okay, who's next? The next tank. No, where is this tank? Yeah, here, Ball. Ball on 6v6 is a little bit higher than Diva because of like how much HP. He's like 1400 HP guy with his, and then he gets his Zarya bubble himself. Like just if you can just roll into the enemies and press your E and just take as much damage as possible without getting CC'd, you just win the game. You don't even have to kill anybody. Just knock them, just sock the damage, and that's it, right? 5v5 Ball is kind of like this. And yeah, it also depends on the counter picks. The more counter picks you get, the lower you go. But like on average, you're gonna be like here. 6v6, I think, is better than all of these guys. Honestly, like this. Yeah. If there is a second tank, right? We're assuming that there is a second tank, and you have massive HP, and just do the same and farm ult. You just press one control, and then 45% your ult charges. You take the perk that it does 100% more damage. The slam, yeah, does 100% more damage to the tanks, and it just slam 2 tanks is like 25-30% charge of ultimate. Yeah, just be annoying with this guy. Right, so we're going next for 5v5. Sigma is an S tier character. You just have to left click. You just W and left click. You don't even have to, like, you're just gonna do like 45k damage just by the sheer stupidity of the low rated players of never taking cover, eating endless damage. Like, you're just gonna left click on the enemies, and then you're gonna just press Q and win the game. Like, there's just, yeah, I don't even want to go too deep into this. Sigma on 6v6. Same story. Just if you're like the second tank, you're just a DPS. You're just a fat DPS. You don't have any other functions. You just go and kill the, like, what is your win condition with Ball? Yeah, you have to do something. You have to do like, oh, press your bubble. Zarya, yeah, how allowed is like position. Just left click. Left. You can, I promise you can miss all your rocks. You won't have like 45k damage on average. Yep. Next, Ramatra. Ramatra, I think, is an A guy. Like, he's big and he's hard to kill, but like, there's a lot of Anas and Zenyatas that don't let him be here. So yeah, it's just he's very versatile. He's not good at anything, and he's not bad at, like, he doesn't have big weakness except like being not very mobile. But yeah, he's a good all-rounder for ranks. Like, yeah, you can rank up on this guy for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, you have better carry potential than Orisa, to be honest. Like, you can it's easier for you to do some kills and punches. Ramatra on 6v6 is an S tier tank, like, because of his block, because of his shield. He just feels that the tank roll, like, off tank, and also you have a movement speed on your slam. It allows you to leave your team and go for kills without like leaving your team completely exposed. Yeah, if there's a second tank nearby. So yeah, definitely try Ramatra on 6v6. You're gonna be very very pleased. Yeah. Where's the other tank? Uh, Junker Queen. Okay. I think it's somewhere here. It's just worst Roadhog. It's just like you're a Roadhog, but you're thinner, and you're just like you have a sustain heal that just doesn't work. Like there is a 30% global passive of that. What is it called? Healing reduction, and you just hit with the knife, and you heal like 2 HP. It's just this hero is not functional. The reason why it's not lower than this because it just you have a shotgun, and you can shoot people, and you have a good ultimate, but just generally this hero is not functional. On 6v6, if you play a roaming, flanking, harassing type of Junker Queen, you are very close to here. Like, I'm honest with you. Like, this is so strong. Junker Queen on 6v6 is just completely different story because you don't have to worry about the like pushing a point or touching or like you're so free and yeah, definitely like you have so much more value in 6v6. Yet, like I said, the tanks is gonna be better here. All right, so next tank is Mauga. This is the best tank in the game. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, you just the way you play Mauga is you like this is for example your crosshair, the mouse. This is the crosshair. This is the enemy tank, the proponent's tank. You just yeah you like this, point on them, and then you click. And then if they're far away, you click one by one, like left, right, left, right. If they're nearby, you just press them together. And you ask, but Orisa is like, yeah, you have 300 bullets. Like until his cooldown or his cooldowns, until they rotate, you still have like 200 something. You just Diva turns on defense. What is it called? Defense metrics. You still spam it, and then you still win because it's not enough time for all the bullets. You still burn Diva to death. You're just like this is the most brain dead. Like if you want to be like if you're like bronze and you want to be like diamond on a tank, just play this guy and just click on the enemy tanks. I'm not even kidding, guys. Yeah, and same here. Like I don't see right now. I don't see a better tank than this guy. At 6v6, his value is even more because you just have less people shooting you. Just do the same, just better. Do the same, just more powerful. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, the next tank we have Hazard. Like you have a shotgun, so like this highest of the D. Yeah, again, like let's be honest, you're gonna put some terrible walls. You're gonna kill your teammate, or just gonna kill yourself, because you don't even know you can cancel your own wall, right? You think that when you block, and you take damage, that's why your right clicks block like reflects the damage back, but it's actually not. It's just a automatic damage thing that when you press block, right? Let me. I took air conditioner. Yeah. So yeah, like people don't even know how this hero works, and then you have to really be good at positioning and stuff. So no, you're not getting high rank on this guy. Like if you're like a type of a guy that doesn't watch any guides or anything, or you just really suck, you're never gonna get value out of this guy. Same here, I would say like a little bit higher than Winton because you have a shotgun. That's all. That's it. Just because you have a shotgun, just have a better gun. Yeah. All right. What else tank is left? Is there a tank left? Yeah, Domina. This Domina is like is a low A. Like you have a lot of HP, you have a shield, you have some regen, you have long range, you have CC. You're just like a solid pick on. You don't die too quickly, you don't kill too quickly. So yeah, it's a good choice for 5v5. For 6v6, this is gonna be controversial. It's gonna be very very controversial, but I think she's very strong in 6v6. I think the shield in 6v6 is insane. Because in 5v5, the people just put the shield because they think, oh, I put a shield. Now my team will not take damage. Like there's zero intent. There is zero understanding of how the shield needs to be placed, right? But it still provides value, just the sheer amount of damage. It mitigates how much bullets it takes, how much time it wastes. The effect is just doubled on 6v6. Just better. Just better. Yeah. Okay. You guys can try 6v6 Domina, honestly. Like she's really strong. Okay, take a final look. 5v5 tanks, 6v6 tanks. Okay, I think this is how you do it. I think you just refresh it, and then after that, we're going for the DPS. Okay, the most famous role, the most beloved role. I just refreshed it and it just didn't. It didn't disappear. So what should I do now? Reset. Oh yeah, there's a reset button. I'm just yeah. Nobody promised high quality content here, guys. Nobody. When you clicked here, yeah, nobody said it's gonna be good. All right, so we're going for DPS Bastion. Just left click on the tank. Just shift left click on the tank, and then you get your bomb, that perk with your bombing. The moment you get it, you just destroy the squishies because the tank is already demotivated. They're already scared. Like first, it's like it's amazingly designed to make the tank role on 5v5 unplayable. It's just designed to make the tank more unplayable as it was before. It was like before it was like, oh, you can't play a little bit, but now it's just no. This guy gatekeeps the tank role. Like the way it works is that you press shift and then you left click and then you cancel the enemy tank. Oh, they put a shield. The shield gets melted. Like nothing stops this guy. Oh, Sigma, he can like eat some. Yeah, just stop shooting and then you shoot back. Just that's it. It's like 2-3 seconds, right? The turret form is like insane. You also can walk in the turret form. So, and then the tank is forever scared and completely just like ruined and thrown away. And now you take the bomb perk and you just finish the squishies and you win the game. On 6v6, I got this deleted before, but I'm just gonna do this. Like there's the Bastion, there's the Bastion tier, and then there's the no Bastion tier, and the no Bastion tier exists just to show the sheer difference in the like if I put on top of S tier like this, if I put like this, people don't really understand the power. Yeah, if I put like this, people are like, oh, he's a little bit better. No, I'm gonna put like this so you guys know how much better Bastion is like compared to everybody else. Like just so you know, guys, just so you know. Yeah, so it's the same in 6v6. You just melt the tanks. Just click on the tank. That's all. Like you might not win this way. You might not get the value that you hope you get, but you will like just ruin somebody's life. You know, and just don't let like a tank is carrying, now it's not carrying anymore. Right? Oh, the guy is like, oh, this tank is like, oh, he learned positioning. He's like, he's watching some video guides and he's like, well, he's getting paid coaching like this. Just Bastion, left click on him and everything is cancelled. Right? Just get tired of your job, go back home and just Bastion people to just, you know, yeah. Anyways, next is going to be, let me see, is it like this? Yeah, right, yeah. Cassidy on 5v5 is not strong. It's not good. You might think, oh, but he has a good gun. He has no. He requires a lot of healing. He requires a lot of resources, and also you're gonna miss all your shots because you're bronze. So yeah, no, he doesn't do much. He doesn't do much in low elo ranks. I'm sorry, guys. And just like same on here, like it's not really big difference. The hero works. The guy works if you land your shots, which you will not. Right? With Bastion, you have to like left click on the tank, which is a massive target you cannot miss. But this guy, you have to headshot the squishes. Like, oh, come on, you're not gonna headshot squishes consistently. Like, yeah. Genji, I think it's B. Like, you can, if you play Genji like the way that you go into backline, and then you just harass the backline, you're not getting many kills on the backline because you're silver, right? But like, if you are able to get some kills and stuff, like I'm not harass them, don't let them heal. You will be like somewhere here or here, like this. Yeah, high B, and low A, like this. And that's just most of the Genjis do, right? They go on the backline and they miss so many shurikens, and then it just happens that the supports turn on them for a long time and they cannot heal, and that's how they get value, right? Yeah, same here. I think it's not really big difference. Yeah. Hanzo. Hanzo, I think he is again like a bit higher on B. The why you pick Hanzo is like two reasons, right? First, you watched like Legolas from that, what is it called, Game of Thrones, yeah, where he's like fighting the goblins, and he's shooting his arrows and stuff, and you're trying to roleplay Legolas, right? And the second reason is just you cannot attack. You're trying to get the point. It's like a hybrid map, and you just hope to get a random headshot and an enter, and it's gonna happen. That's how you play Hanzo. Just like you accidentally become useful on this. Same as here, I think. I think he's lower. No, I don't think he gets because of two tanks. Because there's just too much meat on the way of the squishies. The random headshots, they're just not gonna land as much. They're just not gonna land as much. Yeah. Also, you have the worst ultimate in the DPS category, I think. So yeah, Hanzo, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Junkrat. I think A tier in 5v5. You just spam the choke, and somebody dies. It's like it's the same as Hanzo. You're Junkrat and Hanzo. You're the same. It's just you don't have to headshot with this guy. The ceiling is lower, right? Yeah, and I think for 6v6 it's the same. You just spam the because but the Grunkenmeister, the guy is the top one junk. We're not top one junk. No, but it's gonna be like flanking when Junkrat is like very few people on this rank. Yeah. May absolute S tier. You just block the tank with a wall, and they don't know how to play against that, and they lose. Yeah, that's just it. Yep, just put the wall behind the tank, win. Congratulations. Farah is like hard now. Farah is hard to play in 5v5. I think she's like fine. She's like you have a Mercy with you. I don't think even it works good with Mercy, to be honest. I don't think it like you're just tickling people from far away. You have a Mercy just tickling a little bit harder. Yeah, I don't think she's fine. Not too strong, not too weak. Both um modes. Yeah, in 5v5 and in the superior mode. Okay, 5v5 Reaper. Yep. Just if you can destroy the backlines or you can destroy the tank. You just left click on the tank or just you'll always have something to do. Like with Genji, you have to be on the backline all the time, but Reaper you don't have to. If you're lazy, you just can spam on the tank. That's it. And it's better in 6v6. I mean, yep. Just like this. Just left click on the targets and then shift to escape. Yeah, Soldier. I think 5v5 Soldier is not too good. I think somewhere here it's like as good as I mean, not very good, but not very bad. It's exactly B tier, like not the best and not the worst. 6v6 I think is an S tier hero, and the reason why I think because in 6v6 you're gonna have some cancerous teams that do nothing, and you can carry on Soldier. You can run on the backline with your speed perk and just kill people and heal yourself and escape. Like you have so much freedom in 6v6 with Soldier because you can like if you're like your support and then your team is crap, you just swap to Soldier and you have like a little bit higher chance on wins. That's how I play Soldier on 6v6. When I'm like losing very badly, I swap to Soldier and try to take the things on my hand, and I have 35% win rate on Soldier. And you might think, well, but that's crap. What do you mean 35? That's garbage. Yeah, but 35%, it's the games that I'm losing. The games that I'm hard losing, and the 35% of these games, I'm able to turn it back around. Just think about it. Yeah. Symmetra. S tier. Here and here. Just, yeah. Because people have no eyes. And also, they let her charge her beam. Yeah. That's all. Like, just low IQ. It's like a low IQ person punishing low IQ people. Just like this, yeah. Torb, I think, is good in 5v5. I don't think he's bad. Like, people would always put him like C tier. But because his turret is so oppressive, especially the perk that puts it on wall, it's just invisible. The turret that goes on the walls, it's just people cannot see it. People just cannot find it. Yeah, and you just get so much value in the late game of Torb. Just have to do like the way you play Torb in low ranks, you just farm damage as much as you can, and then you get your perk. Yeah, and I think it's the same here as well. Yeah. All right. Tracer is very hard to play. It's like you have to land shots. You have to be on the back line. You have to use your blinks a bit more like proactively, but also a little bit to use it to escape the danger. No, you're not. You're not gonna be good at Tracer. And I think the same. I think if you're like low elo guy and you practice Tracer, I want to rank up. sure, this guy can take you up in the ranks. But if you're like you're like a scum like us, like you're not really good at the game, just not gonna get anything out of this character. Yeah. Uh, Next DPS is Zenyatta, of course. Who is this? Widow. No. No, guys, don't play Widow. Like you can be really good at Widow. You can, you can be like, you can do like 3 headshots in a row and 3 kills in a row, and then your team will just not take the space anyways. The tank will. They just don't see it. Like the people, they don't have eyes. They don't have eyes. You will eliminate 3 people. Your team will not know about it. You'll be like, tank push forward. It's like, why should I push forward? Is it like, I don't know. And then you will push forward. You will die. Even he'll land all your shots. It just doesn't work. Widow doesn't work. Yeah, just doesn't work on low elo. I'm sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. Ash, I think is like solid. Ash is solid, and if you play the dynamite and you just spam dynamite on the people and you just farm Bob and win, like you can miss all your shots, and you farm with your ults, and you win team fights. That's how you play Ash on low elo. You know, yeah. Just it's good value. It's good value. Echo, I think it's also hard. You have to know how to press your buttons, whom to copy, when to copy, how to copy, and then you have to know how to use the cues too much, guys. Too much. You guys are failing on Mauga. Like you guys are like playing Mauga and you're not even pressing your buttons correctly on Mauga. You just have one button and you're not, the cooldown is failing. Like Echo, like no, absolutely not, right? Who else we have? Yeah, 5v5 Sojourn is also very hard. Yeah, you have to land your rail. It's like you're gonna do a lot of left click on the enemy tanks, and then you're gonna miss your railgun, and there is no value in that. Like it is like one railgun you hit, one railgun you don't miss. Now, Sojourn only works if you consistently hit headshots with your railguns, which you will not. Next DPS is Venture. I think is a high A tier Venture in 5v5. You just go in the back line and just harass them, and then you escape. Or you, even if you die, somebody will feed anyways, and it's a good trade, right? Same, I think, here for 6v6. Not a big difference here. Yeah. Who else we have here? It's like a good DPS guys. Freya. I think it's like this. Freya. Just you have to like, you have to like really really land your shots, and then nobody dies anyways. You land your shots and then they just get healed. They just get Suzu and just like you try your combo like 9 times in a row, and then the ninth time you finally hit it, and then Kiriko just cleanse it. It's not a carry hero. Like you're not gonna be good at this. Vendetta. I think this is controversial. I think this is controversial. Like the thing with Vendetta is that people got used to her in her god form when she was new. When she was new release, she was the god. And even now you can see her stats. She's like very high win rate, like 50 something all the time, all across all the ranks. You just need to just need to, you know, like use your shift to come back, which a lot of low rated players I see they do. And that's it. Yeah, I think the same as here. You're like a mini tank. So yeah, just try her to play her with like more like controlled aggression, and you can kill somebody in the backline. It's a good trade already, and most of the time you're gonna be able to do that because it's just massive left click, left click. That's all. On run, another S tier. I think like this, um, because of her mobility, and then just people cannot shoot her. People cannot. She just enters with her shift, burns 5 people, presses E, burns extra 5 people, runs back, 72% of the ult is ready. With that perk that like 1.5 seconds more burning. Absolutely S tier. On run is like just play a bit. She only works in low elo. She only works how slow her damage is, and it's exactly how you want to play. You don't want to go and immediately kill the backline. You want to keep them busy as much as possible, right? Especially in 5v5. Yeah. So play on run if you guys are trying to learn a flanker or something. Yeah. Ember, I think, is like just a worse soldier. Just a worse soldier. You know, just why would you play Emre? Like why? You can take high ground with soldier. Why would you play Emre? Just the Q is good. The difference is Q. If you can like you can win ultimate like win fights. So like if you're choosing between these two, you'd be like, oh, do I want to win every 2 minutes or I want to win every minute like this? The fight, yeah, that's the difference. Yeah, I think it's like here the same here. I think it's worse in I think it's worse in 6v6 just because there's more tanks. Just more tanks to mitigate that. You're already struggling with that. Sierra, I think, is a high A tier because if you land your right click, which is not that hard, even for the low elo, constantly hit that, people just don't take cover. Just nobody takes cover. Cover doesn't exist. So just they're gonna eat all the damage and die. That's just gonna. Oh, that was a healing problem. The guy is gonna be like standing in the middle, not taking cover even after getting shot with the right click of hers. They're just still not gonna hide and it's oh it's a healing. Oh, where's my heal? Yeah. I think and her ultimate is fine too. So it's good. It's good ultimate. Yeah, I think same as for 6v6, right? Yeah. Here we go. Who else we have? Xion. I don't think she's so strong in low elo. I think it's just people don't know how to play against her. So she's not as like people imagine her here, but no. I think 5v5, 6v6, same way, like somewhere A-ish, like this, I think. I think this is Shia. Like she's good, but not and she's falling off. Her win rate is going down consistently. You guys can check it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna reset this and let's go to the supports. Yeah. The most balanced thing in the world. Did I miss somebody? I don't think I missed anybody here, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna cut this, guys. I don't care. I'm not gonna cut. You have to learn to wait. Your brain is used to instant. You press something and it instantly happens. You have to wait. You just wait. Okay, be patient. It's good for your brain, guys. It's good for your brain. Supports on 5v5. Lucio, the worst support in my opinion. One of the worst, because his value comes from speed boost and your teammates are not going to know how to use that speed boost, and you yourself not going to know when to press the speed boost, when it's time to speed into attack, when it's time to speed into defense. Even if you press it well, your team's just going to, like Reinhardt, you put it for Reinhardt, yeah, and Reinhardt is like, oh, I'm giving you speed, he's just going to stay there with his shield, right? So yeah, I've like C just because you, and 6v6 I think it's C just because you farm more ult with your AoE healing. That's all. That's the biggest difference. Yeah. Mercy. If you're playing solo, like what are you doing with your life? Mercy, you just never gonna like. There's like literally the best players. Awkward. I don't know. Dafron. They tried to rank up on Mercy, and then they just failed. And then they would take the Glock and kill the enemies. Just the sheer on the sheer difference of the aim, like mechanical skill. That's how they're ranked up on Mercy, just killing everybody with the gun, which you're not going to be able to do, right? This hero doesn't function, especially in solo queue. And also, like, oh, if you have a teammate, you enable somebody. You damage boost the silver. Wow. Wow, yeah, of course. Of course. Something's going to happen for sure, right? Zenyatta, 5v5. I think is the best support. Because when you put your Discord orb on the tank doesn't drop it. The tank doesn't hide and doesn't drop it, and just takes all the damage and dies. I promise you, up until plat, if you just put the Discord orb, like until the diamond, until up to diamond, you can just like low diamond, you can put the Discord orb on the enemy tank. That's how you're gonna rank up. Yep, they're just gonna take extra 30 damage, and then you also left click on them. That's all. And then be like, oh, but he's so good to dive. Oh yeah. It's not good against dive. Like yeah, who's gonna dive him? Who's gonna dive him? Tracer, and it's gonna miss all her shots until Tracer, like silver Tracer, gold Tracer, tries to dive this guy. The enemy tank will just get melted, right? I think because there's two tanks in 6v6, he's not that strong. like 5v5 just the singular, the canceling the tank, the only tank in the game. It's just too much more value, but plays the same way in 6v6, right? All right, next support is Sombra. It's the best support. It's the second support. Now, if you didn't get the joke, it means you didn't play in 2016 when, you know, there was a video by Frido from your Overwatch when he said that, oh, actually, Sombra is a support, is not a DPS. And then people were picking Sombra as a second support. It was like the support group before, when she came out, it was Mercy and Sombra. I cannot forgive Frido. Like, how many brain cells he killed just from that video is insane, man. Is insane. All right. Where are the supports, man? There's no supports in this list. Oh yeah, Ana 5v5 is the same. Nade the enemy tank, sleep the enemy tank. Easy value. 6v6, the tank presses W, nade them, sleep them. Win. That's your win condition. Like, oh, I have to position with it. Yeah, no. If you don't position well, nobody's gonna punish it. Just one Hanzo random headshot. Yeah, congratulations, right? But it's like you have to position well in higher elos, right? Sure. Who's next? Moira. Just go and kill. Like, don't. When you play Moira in 5v, actually like this, like, oh, I'm not even kidding. Moira, like, the her win rate is low because people heal on. They play Mercy with Moira. They play Mercy. They just stand behind somebody and right click, and then farm juice, and then right. What's it called? The left click, the heal. The farm juice and then heal. Farm juice and then heal. That's not how you play Moira. Healing is, it needs to be your ult charge. You have to treat everybody like an ult charge, and then you just have to damage. You have to go and destroy backlines and kill everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, and also like nobody can aim, and you don't have to aim with this character. Just brain dead. Just don't heal. Don't play a healer with this guy. That's when you suck. That's when you, yeah, don't get any value out of her. Kiriko, I think in 5v5 she's good, and 6v6 she's good too, because like you're just good at healing. Just good ultimate and easy to heal. That's what they do, the lower ranks. That's what you guys do. She's good at that. And strong ultimate. If her ultimate was not that good, I would be like B, but like, yeah. Alright, who's next? Next support is Juno. I think it's the same, right? You can just spam heals, and then again the same story. Easy to heal, and just strong ultimate, right? And good mobility as well. Yeah, and then with Suzu, oh, but by the way, with Kiriko also you're strong, because with Suzu you're accidentally gonna cancel some good plays by your opponents. Yeah, right. So what else we're gonna test? Is there any supports? Wuyang, I think he's fine. He does 6v6 and 5v. He does good damage, and he does good. He has good ultimate. Just his healing numbers are low. Yeah, that's the reason. But like he's not bad. He's not. It's just like, if you wanna be like, you wanna get stuck in 50% win rate, this is the guy. Doesn't have solo carry potential that much in 6v6 because of two tanks. With 5v5 you can, you're gonna accidentally hit a squishy here and there and just win. Just gonna kill somebody. Right, Ilari, I think because you have to land your shots. Which you will not. And her ultimate is hard, because you have to really push aggressively with your ult to expose yourself. I don't think and her heal is low as well. Yeah, you're not. If you practice your aim, you will climb on this character. Just the sheer amount of headshots but you're not practicing your aim. Like, come on, man, you're not improving. What else we have? Life Weaver. I think like the top of the deep, because you have a gun, you can shoot some stuff. That's all. Just a little bit better, because you can shoot things. That's all. You can break a shield, for example. Yeah, absolutely useless character. Who else is left? Cat, like, again the same. Yeah, like if you get the tank out of the game. Again, you can heal and you can shoot. That just puts you above of these two. Yeah, 6v6 I think it's even worse, but because it's just you get a tank and then it just doesn't do anything. Yeah, they have an extra tank. Mizuki, I think, is an S tier character. Good healing overall, not bad. With the hat healing is fine, you know. And you have a strong ultimate, right? They just buffed his ultimate to craziness. Amazing sustain damage. So yeah, I think, and also you will chain somebody here and there, and you get a kill out of that. I think he's an S tier guy. Yeah. Right. So am I missing somebody here? Let me see. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, here we go. Here's the tier list for the newbies. Yep. See you guys. Subscribe, leave a like, and don't take it too seriously.